Texas All-Star Wrestling. Steve Stack here at ringside along with Al Madril. We'll be talking to Al in just a moment. I want to tell you fans, our big main event today, you'll see the midget Little Tokyo team up with the Golden Boy, Mike Golden, to go against the midget Pepe Gonzales and his partner Chief Joe Lightfoot. A lot of other exciting matches, a lot of information about the Battle of the Alamo 85. So don't go away. Texas All-Star Wrestling, hour of excitement coming your way. Don't miss any of it. Al Madril, you're wearing a cast. Something new since last week here on Texas All-Star Wrestling.
Don't worry about my arm stack. Don't even talk about it. What I want to talk about right now is that idiot Chavo Guerrero, brother. Everybody came out here and they thought how goody two-shoes Chavo Guerrero was. Well, look what he did to me, baby. Huh? Look what he did to me. He broke my hand, and Chavo Guerrero, I had second thoughts about your daddy, about how I hurt him, but now I don't give a damn about your daddy. I don't care about you. I don't care about nothing, baby. And I don't care about you idiots out here either listening to me. I tell you what, brother, I want you more than I wanted anybody in my life. And now you know what? You just woke me up, Chavo. You just woke me up, brother. I'm not backing away from you, and I'm not backing away from nobody. Steve, the doctor, said, Al, you got to take 6 weeks off. Well, the hell with the doctor. I'm going to show you people what kind of man I am. I'm going to get in that ring later. Broken hand or no broken hand, I don't care, Guerrero. I'm coming after you, baby.
Be back October the 5th, 8 o'clock in Lexington. And ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night in Waco at the Convention Center, it's Texas All-Star Wrestling. That's Saturday the 21st, 8 p.m. starting time. Main event 6-man tag team match as the American Force teams up with Big Bubba to take on the Masked Mysterious Hoods, and El Madril. Chavo Guerrero will be there to take on 331-pound J.R. Hogg. Private Terry Daniels meets the Georgia strongman Dale Veasey. The midgets Little Tokyo and Hector Gonzales battle it out, and Nick Kiniski takes on Ric McCord. Advance tickets on sale. Marcy's Hamburger, that number 754-3821. The action is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock in Waco at the Convention Center. Texas All-Star Wrestling. Big Bubba, you and the Force against the Hoods and El Madril.
I know I can speak for these two gentlemen right here, the two tag team champions. Those belts speak for themselves. But let me tell you something, Al Madril and your Lee brothers, Homely and Ugly. Let me tell you, brother, we're waiting for you. We're going to be prepared, and I hope you're ready to get in the ring and deal with us.
That's the American Force and Big Bubba. They'll be stepping into that ring tomorrow night at Convention Center in Waco to meet this team right here, the Masked Mysterious Hoods and their advisor, El Madril.
Can you believe this? Porky and the two dorkies. I'll tell you what, brother, we're not worried about you. Okay, Bubba, you're big, tough, and ugly and mean. All right, big deal, baby. I got two hoods here, and they're going to take care of you. And then the American Farce. Can you imagine them cheese champions bragging that they're the champions? Well, tomorrow night, baby, we're going to take all three of you and send you back to where you came from. But then we got to get somewhere called Lexington, something like that. Do you know that town? I don't know. We might get there late because we can't find it on the map, I'm sure. But we'll be in Lexington. And then in Waco, I'll tell you what, baby, we're going to take care of you, Hubba Bubba, and the American Farce, you cheese champions. Someday, maybe you'll really deserve them belts, because right now, you guys should be embarrassed.
And are going to be at the Battle of the Alamo 85. One we're going to show you right now is Hector Guerrero.
Hector Guerrero? Another Guerrero? You're bringing in another Guerrero? Well, I'll tell you what, he'll never make it to the Battle Royal. Never make it, porque Hector Guerrero es igual como Chavo Guerrero. No valen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Florida now and pick up Hector Guerrero.
Sound the trumpets, mariachis, because the Battle of the Alamo 85 is coming to you September 29th. And I'll tell you something, you got two Guerreros with a heart of gold that are going to do their best. And I'm talking about Chavo Guerrero, and you know who he is. He's my brother, and I'm Hector. A lot of things have happened since San Antonio when the last time I was there, but now Chavo said it right. And let me say one thing, Teddy DiBiase, your North American belt is in heavy, heavy danger. And as for you, Dale Veasey, your United States Junior Heavyweight Championship is in real danger. I've been a world junior heavyweight champion, Florida junior heavyweight champion, and many, many more. But let me say one thing, hold on to it tight, brother, because I'm there to get it all the way. And Battle Royal, $4,000 down entry fee, it's all mine, and it's going to be Guerrero night all the night. So quiero decir una cosa, amigos, abran las puertas, suenen las campanas, porque ahora vamos a enseñarles lo que es el mexicano. Usted es mexicano, yo soy mexicano, y con ese orgullo voy a subir al ring, pero no nada para la honra y gloria de México, para la honra y gloria de usted también. Allí los espero en el Álamo.
One full 10-minute time limit in this non-title match. From Albany, Georgia, weighing weighing 229 3/4 pounds, the reigning USA Junior Heavyweight Champion, the Georgia Strongman, Dale Veasey. And introducing his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 219 pounds, the former USA Junior Heavyweight Champion, Ric McCord.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Georgia strongman Dale Veasey into the ring to take on Ric McCord. Veasey, the USA Junior Heavyweight Champion. This ought to be an exciting match, and we'll see if we can get Veasey up here a little later on today. Madril is standing by, going to do some commentary for us here on Texas All-Star Wrestling today.
Well, I'm going to try my best, Steve Stapp, but my mind right now is on somebody else, and I'm sure you know who it is. I'm sure these fans know who it is, because I went to the doctor today and had to get a cast put on my hand.
Well, the cast, how long is that cast going to have to stay?
He said 6 to 8 weeks, maybe longer, but I don't care. I'll take it off in a month if I have to. I might even take it off sooner than that.
McCord picks up Veasey, drops him down. McCord trying to get a little riding time up on the back of Dale Veasey. Veasey goes to the ropes, and McCord backs off. Now, Veasey's claiming he pulled the trunks, but I don't believe he did.
Of course, you wouldn't believe anything. You wouldn't believe it. It was right in front of your face, Stack, like it was right there. I'm telling you what, this Dale Veasey to me is probably going to be one of the best junior heavyweight champions they ever seen in this area of the country.
Full Nelson being applied here by Ric McCord. Look at the arms on that Dale Veasey, and he easily breaks the full Nelson. I want to know, you're claiming Chavo Guerrero broke that hand.
Let me tell you what, I'm going to tell you what kind of man this Chavo Guerrero is. You know, when he did this to me, Steve, the bell had already rung, the match was already over. What a sore loser. You call me names, people call me a loser and a sore one. Well, look what happened there. This was after the bell rang.
You proved that.
Oh, I got tape of it. And
what do you mean you got tape?
Yeah, that's right. I had my film crew there that night because I knew Guerrero would be up to something. I always like to film my matches, which you didn't know, but what I'm going to tell everybody here, personally, I have my own cameraman down there. And later on in this show, Steve, I'm going to show you exactly what he did.
Well, we'll have to wait for that. A nice flip there by McCord as he caught Veasey coming off the ropes. Nice arm drag, and down goes the Georgia strongman, Dale Veasey. Well, I don't know if we got time scheduled in the program to show your VTR.
Oh, don't give me that. I paid for time. I paid for this whole program if I have to. Money doesn't matter to me. Sure, I want to win $100,000 in the Battle Royal, but money doesn't matter to me, Stack. And I'm going to show you exactly what Guerrero did. Like I said, right after we beat them, then he did something like that. That's a goody two-shoes Guerrero.
Oh, McCord off of that rope. Flying cross body block. He only got a 2 count on Veasey and goes back to the arm drag. It's Ric McCord, former USA Junior Heavyweight Champion himself. And he is battling Dale Veasey right here. Of course, if he can come up with a victory, that would slide him into that spot where he can get a championship shot.
That'll never happen. And one thing else that'll never happen is that one Hector Guerrero. He thinks he's going to get in there in the ring with Veasey and take the belt back. That's no way is that going to happen.
Veasey caught him coming off the ropes that time. Dropped him across that knee with that backbreaker and then slams him down. Comes up with a big kick to the chest. Does it again. Boy, that Veasey, I'll have to say, is a very powerful-looking man.
Wow, I can't believe you can see that, Steve, huh? Even without your glasses on.
McCord staggered onto the rope. Laying over that top rope, Veasey comes right after him. Veasey reaching down. Nice suplex as he takes Ric McCord over. Later today, ladies and gentlemen, there's the count on McCord. The Golden Boy, Mike Golden, and Little Tokyo in the ring to meet Pepper Gonzales and Chief Joe Lightfoot. That's our main event today. You don't want to miss it. Don't forget the Battle of the Alamo 85 coming to San Antonio. Tickets on sale now. 736-6501. It's the largest single professional wrestling match ever held. $100,000 winner takes all.
That's right, Steve. And you know who's winning that Battle Royal, don't you? You're looking at him right here, baby. I'm going to win that Battle Royal real easy because I got my 2 friends with me, the one and only, the Hoods, and us 3, we're going to split that pot 3 ways.
McCord down, Veasey drops that leg across the area right close to the throat. McCord kicks out at the count of 2.
You know, I don't want to to cut this Ric McCord short. You know, he's a former world junior heavyweight champion, or U.S., whatever it is. But he's in there with a champion. Now, you see that fist right there? That was no forearm. That was a fist, and you know it.
Cleanly a forearm as he cut him bouncing out of that corner. McCord trying to turn things around. Here he comes in with an ice drop kick. Down goes to Georgia strongman, USA junior heavyweight champion, Dale Veasey. Here comes McCord over into the corner, coming off the middle rope, and I believe that was a fist to the top of the head as he comes flying off that middle rope. McCord stays in the corner, has an elbow. Veasey in trouble here on Texas All-Star Wrestling, but not for long as he just reaches up, grabs a trunk, and pulls McCord and throws him right out of the ring.
That's what you said, not for long. Veasey's the reigning champion right now, and I predict that this man is going to stay the junior champion for a long, long time, Stack.
He brings McCord in. Oops. In behind goes McCord. Veasey unable to bring him over for that suplex. It's McCord in behind with a sleeper hold. He's got it locked on tight. The champion may be out.
No, Dad, looks more like a choke.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he knocked the referee down. Veasey felt, I'm sure, like he didn't think he had a chance. So he just knocked the referee down, got himself disqualified to save that title.
Oh, that was an accident. What do you mean he did that to save the title? It was a pure accident, you know it.
Well, it didn't look like an accident to me. As Dale Veasey making his way out of the ring now as Madril is talking to Rufino Rodriguez. We're going to try to get the junior heavyweight champion up here. Here he comes right now, Dale Veasey. It looked to me like you just hit that referee to save yourself.
He had a chokehold on me. I was trying to get the ref to come over and tell me it was a chokehold. I didn't hit him. I was just trying to get him to come over. He had a chokehold on me.
Looked like a good sleeper hold to me. What about Hector Guerrero coming to challenge you at the Battle of the Alamo 85?
Hector Guerrero, I beat him all over the state of Florida. Boy, this is the body right here. You take a look right here, baby. I'm number one. I am the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion. So, brother, you come on in. You're going to get the power slam right in the middle. There's no way you're going to defend yourself against the power behind the Georgia Strongman. I'm number one, brother. I'm going to stay that way.
There it is, the Georgia Strongman USA Junior Heavyweight Champion, Dale Veasey. Stay tuned because we'll be back with more excitement here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. Named to the $100,000 Battle of the Alamo Battle Royal is coming up right now. The man who possesses a powerful hard punch, Ox Baker.
That's right. The master of disaster, the guy with a hard punch, baby, and he's put many people away, and we're going to show you right now the power of the heart punch.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Ox Baker.
I just came back from South Africa, where I won the World Heavyweight Championship over there, and I found out that the 29th of September, there's a $100,000 Battle Royal, 25 giants in the ring. Big Ernie Ladd will be there. One-man gang. I put up $4,000 into that $100,000 over-the-top rope ring Battle Royal. And I can tell you one thing, Bubba. They say you're number one in Texas, but Ox Baker is number one. And that night, September 29th, when I step in that ring, I'm going to knock down 24 people. I'm going to win that $100,000. And, Bubba, if you haven't run out of that arena by then, I'll take that $100,000 and I'll run you out of San Antonio, because I love to hurt people.
One fall with a 10-minute time limit. From Davenport, Iowa, weighing 240 pounds, the Biker. And his partner from the South Pacific, weighing 245 pounds, the Samoan. a combined weight of 485 pounds, the Texas Tag Team Champions, Paul Diamond and Shawn Michaels, the American Force.
Well, tag team action here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. Don't forget, later today, our main event, Chief Joe Lightfoot and Pepper Gonzales in the ring against the Golden Boy and Little Tokyo. What an exciting match that ought to be. That's later today here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. As we look at the American Force, it's Paul Diamond and Shawn Michaels against the Samoan and a Biker. It's the Samoan and Michaels. And Michaels comes up and lays one to the side of the neck. He tags out. In comes Diamond. The American Force, the Texas Tag Team Champions.
The Texas Cheese Champions, if you ask me, Steve Stack, they were given the belts on a silver platter. They didn't win them. They didn't beat anybody. They were given those belts. Why don't you tell the people that?
Diving in there was Shawn Michaels into that left arm of the Samoan.
Tell them the truth, Stack. They were given these belts by Chavo Guerrero. He handed it to them. They didn't beat anybody, but I'll tell you what, when they get in there with my hoods, it's going to be a little bit different.
Well, now the armbar being applied there by Paul Diamond on the Samoan. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the Battle of the Alamo 85, the largest single professional wrestling match ever held. Two-ring battle for $100,000. Winner takes all. 25 men entered. Tickets on sale now. Area code 512-736-6501.
You know, and speaking of my hoods, you know, in the very near future, they're going to face the Fantastics. You know that, right, Steve Zach?
Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, the Fantastics. It's going to be quite a battle.
That's right. There's going to be quite a battle for the Fantastics because they're going to have their hands full with the hoods, believe me.
Oh, look at that move there from the American Force. Paul Diamond and Shawn Michaels. Teamwork. That's what it's all about, and they've got it. The Texas Tag Team Champions. It's Michaels tagging in now. Elbow.
They will never be the champion, Steve, until they put those belts up against the hoods. Then, to me, we'll see who's the real champion is.
Well, your hoods are going to have to get by the Fantastics first. Nice move there from Paul Diamond as he grabs the Biker, takes him now. What's he going to do with him? Whips him across the ring, has him up for a power slam. Here comes Michaels flying through the air. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and American Force wins it here on Texas All-Star Wrestling as they defeat the Biker and the Samoan. Coming up a little later on today, ladies and gentlemen, our Texas All-Star Wrestling Close-Up with Chavo Guerrero. You don't want to miss that. Shawn Michaels, Paul Diamond, exciting moves, and another great victory. Shawn.
Thank you very much, Steve. I'll tell you what, the 29th is a big day. It's a big day for Paul and I. We've got the man from Singapore, Wild Man Kabuki. Everybody in Texas knows who he is. We got him on our side. Granted, we got 3 big guys in Killer Brooks, J.R. Hogg, and Ox Baker. But Paul and I are a team. Everybody knows what we can do, and everybody's seen Kabuki, and they know what he can do.
Well, with Kabuki in your corner, makes you excellent.
Well, that's true. You know, they are big men, but our agility, our speed, our teamwork. Kabuki's martial arts expert and stuff. He can do it all. We can do it together. It's going to be a tough match, but I know we can win.
That's right. Steve, I also like to add, Paul and I are going to be watching that match between the Fantastics and the Hoods. Tell you what, they're both tough teams, and the winner of that gets a chance at our tag belt, so we got our work cut out for us, and we're going to give everything we got.
Good luck to you, American Force. Shawn Michaels, Paul Diamond. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because El Madril will be going into the ring on the next match right after this. Nick Kiniski.
Yeah, but before I go in the ring, I want you people to see one thing, and that's a VTR that I did with my own film crew and show you what kind of man Chavo Guerrero really is.
Where'd you get this?
Don't worry about where I get this. I have my own crew there every night when I wrestle, and I'm going to show you that after we beat him, he did this. After the bell was over, that's kind of loser he is, baby.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what El Madril is talking about, but let's take a look at the VTR, courtesy of El Madril.
Freeman Coliseum. Well, this is my first look at this video, along with all you fans at home. And Al Madril, we're picking up the action on this video that you furnished us.
Well, that's right, Steve. You know, I've seen this video already 100 times, and just the more I see it, the more I get mad, because as you can see in this video, we had the force and we had Chavo going through the whole match. I mean, you know, we were winning, we were beating them, and we were, look at what I'm talking about right there. Look at that. We got them all going there. I mean, they knew it, too. They're fighting scared right now.
Well, the referee trying to get things back to normal, it looks like, as all 6 men are in the ring at one time. There's a collision. Down goes the hoods. One's out of the ring. Here comes Madril out of the ring. What are they trying to do here?
Well, you see what I'm saying here? This is an illegal thing here, Steve. They're trying to take the mask off one of the hoods, which is illegal, disqualification automatically. But, you know, if I did something like that, the people would say, oh, well, look what he's doing, look what he's doing. But look at here, they are, the so-called people's champions here, taking the mask, and they just took it off right there, as you can see.
They did have the mask. Looks like Diamond's holding the mask. Here comes El Madril back into the ring. What do you got? Looks like you might... Oh, hey, what, brass knucks?
No, I didn't have anything. I just knocked him out, you know, because I'm so powerful, and it's 1, 2, 3, and the match should have been over right there, see? The match is over, Stack. We win the match. We are the winners. And now look at these losers. Look at these losers here. And you're going to watch right in a minute now where Chavo Guerrero comes in with the chair. The match is over, Stack. The match is over, and look at this. Now watch him.
Well, Chavo has the chair up. There goes 1 into the left wrist. Here comes 2 into the left wrist.
Yeah, look at that. It's illegal. The match is over. This is what you call a champion. This is the people's champion. This is what everybody likes. Well, if I did it, they wouldn't like it at all.
Well, Al Madril, I'll have to say, I don't know, maybe that tape was doctored up a little bit.
Yeah, doctored up, if anything. But I'm going to show you one thing, Guerrero. You thought you were going to put me out of wrestling. Well, I'll tell you what. And I'm telling you, I'm going to get in that ring right now with this broken hand, and I'll wrestle anybody, anytime, anywhere. And I'm going to show you what kind of man I am. Guerrero, you just started it. You didn't finish it.
Madril, before you go to the ring, I know you have a doctor's permission to wear that cast. But also, I've been informed by Texas All-Star Wrestling and the referee that you are not allowed to use that cast in any way to injure your opponents or use it to knock them out.
How can you even say that, Steve? I can't hit nobody with this cast. My arm is broke. My hand is broken. What's the matter with you? That's a dumb thing to say.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the ring now with Bill Merriman.
One fall with a 10-minute time limit. From Los Angeles, California, weighing 245 pounds, Al Madril! From Blaine, Washington, weighing 260 pounds, Nick Kiniski!
Wow! Nick Kiniski came into the ring. Al Madril was ready for him. Kiniski received some pretty roses from a beautiful fan here, and Madril took him, tore him all apart. Kiniski with a big chop as they start out quick here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. Madril with a cast on the left hand. He showed you how he received that. Madril takes Kiniski, throws him out of the ring. Here comes Madril out after him. Madril has him, throws a shoulder into the steel corner post. Here on Texas All-Star Wrestling, the excitement continues as Madril takes the head of Kiniski, slammed it into the television camera stand. Now they're both back into the ring. A punch by Madril. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Al Madril does have a doctor's permission to wear the cast on the left hand, but he is not allowed, or not supposed to anyway, to use that hand, the cast in any way during the match. He takes Kiniski, grabs by the hair, slams his head into the turnbuckle. Battle of the Alamo 85, September the 29th, Freeman Coliseum, San Antonio. $100,000. Winner takes all. Tickets on sale now. Area code 512-736-6501. Don't miss the Battle of the Alamo 85. There was that cast. There was the cast. The referee is going to ring the bell. He did use that cast, and he's continuing to use it on Kiniski now. That's going to be a disqualification. Well, Madril was warned before he went into the ring, and he continues to use the cast on Nick Kiniski. Well, Madril takes Kiniski. He's not through with him yet. The bell has already sounded. He's going to be disqualified. He throws Kiniski out of the ring again. As Al Madril disqualified for using the cast illegally. Nick Kiniski is going to be the winner on the disqualification. It's going to be interesting to see what Al Madril has to say about this as he slowly makes his way out of the ring. He's coming up here now. Al Madril, well, the disqualification came. You were warned not to...
I don't care what you said, Stack, and I don't care what you say, Mexican. I'll do what I want to do. Chavo Guerrero, this is nothing, baby. You should have broke both of them, and both my legs and my neck, too, baby. You should have had a cast from my neck down to my boots. Because I tell you what, nothing's going to stop me, Guerrero. I'm through running. I'm through backing up. Now you're going to start running, and you're going to start backpedaling. Because I'm coming after you no matter where it takes, whether we fight here on the street, at your house, at your daddy's house, at your mama's house. I don't care where it is. And I'm telling you what, Stack, I've had it. I've had it. This is nothing, Guerrero. You saw that right now. I don't care what it is. You could have broke my damn arm. That made no difference to me either. Because I want you, brother. And you know when I want something, Steve Sachs, I get it. And believe you me, what happened to your daddy is nothing compared to what's going to happen to you. Because, Steve, now I'm awake. And now I'm going to dig into my little bag of tricks. And, Guerrero, I'm going to do something to you, baby. You'll never forget. Never.
There you have it. Al Madril, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because Chavo Guerrero is coming up next right here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. Winner, the $100,000 winner-take-all two-ring battle royal to Alamo 85. That's the Battle of the Alamo 85. We're going to talk about that a little more in Texas All-Star Wrestling Close Up today, featuring Chavo Guerrero. Chavo, it's just a pleasure to be able to sit here at the ring, not have to worry about you going in there and fighting, I imagine.
Well, it's different. You know, it's a pleasure to be here, Steve, and I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Well, Chavo, we'll talk about all this a little later on, but let's tell the fans. I know Chavo Guerrero went to high school in El Paso, Texas. You come from a great wrestling family. Did you go to Burgess High School?
That's right. I went to Burgess High School. Henderson High School was my elementary, and then I coached at Jefferson High School for 3 years, and then I graduated from the University of Texas at El Paso.
That's the Miners. They're having a little trouble with football season right now.
Yeah, but their basketball team is not, well, their track team is not that bad either.
Best track team in the country, the University of Texas, El Paso Miners. Chavo, your father still lives in El Paso. In fact, he promotes a little world-class wrestling in El Paso.
Yes, my dad. I want to tell everybody out there that my dad is recuperating from the injury Al Madril gave him, and he does promote out there. And he also has a bail bond business, and he's doing great. I mean, he's really recuperating, and he has a very good outlook toward life. My sister just had a baby, so he's a grandfather again, and he's really doing all right.
He's really proud of himself. I'm glad he's getting well. Chavo, you said you coached at Jefferson High School, or you coached wrestling there. Did you have any students that were outstanding that you know went on to a high score in professional wrestling, maybe got in even into the Olympics?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if everybody remembers Manny Fernandez. I coached Manny Fernandez this last year in high school, and I'll tell you, Manny Fernandez was one heck of a wrestler. He was a mean wrestler. He was a tough wrestler, and to this day, he still is a very, very tough wrestler.
I know Manny is very proud of all the time you spent with him, and I know your brothers. You got two brothers wrestling now. Hector's in Florida. You got Mondo is out in California, and then you got a younger brother that just has got a scholarship to wrestle over in New Mexico.
Right. We're very proud of him. We're very proud about Eddie Guerrero. He got a scholarship to Las Vegas, New Mexico, and we're just so proud of him. He's doing great. I mean, he's just
how big
following in the family tradition.
How big is Eddie?
Eddie is about, well, right now he's not that big because he's wrestling. You know, he's got to stay down in weight. He's about 150 pounds right now.
We'll be seeing him professionally pretty soon.
Oh, count on it.
Okay, Chavo, let's take a look at this. I know you'd like to win that big trophy, but there are 24 other guys entered.
Well, I'll tell you, forget the trophy. If I win 100,000, I could buy a bunch
of them, right? Let's take a look. You know a lot of these men. You've faced a lot of these men. Of course, the man you're going to be facing is right down here, Ted DiBiase, U.S. Heavyweight Championship on the line. You'd like to win that title.
Well, first of all, Steve, let me say that I've been in a lot of battle royals, especially when we used to have the big ones in L.A., and we used to have a lot of big men there, and a lot of big battle royals, but never the purse, never the $100,000 is going to be at the Battle of the Alamo 85. And the men named, like, for example, Kamala, man, what's he weigh, about 450? I mean, maybe closer to 500 pounds. One-man gang, another, you've seen him in here last week. He weighs, what, 4?
At least.
Over 4.
57, yeah.
Then you got, of course, Chavo Guerrero, Ernie Ladd. He's a former San Diego Charger Hall of Famer. He's got to be at least 7 foot tall.
A big cat. He's still big, let me tell you.
That's right. Then you got our own Big Bubba, 407 pounds, 7 foot tall, and probably the rookie of the year around the world, in my opinion.
American Force.
Paul Diamond.
Yeah, everybody knows this guy right here.
Well, let's skip that name.
Okay.
Let's go to the hoods.
Let's skip those two.
Let's go to the hoods, 1 and 2, and of course they're advised by Madril, and this boy right here, Michael, he's really coming along, you know, and he's making a name for himself. He's one to watch. Ted DiBiase, of course, the United States Heavyweight Champion. Dale Veasey, the Junior Heavyweight Champion. J.R. Hogg, Scott Casey.
This guy's 331 pounds.
There you go. There's another big man right there. Scott Casey.
Everybody's favorite cowboy.
That's right. Good friend of mine. The Samoan. Ox Baker, over 300 pounds. Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, the Fantastics. Probably one of the top tag teams, not only in the nation, but in the world today.
They'll be going against the Hoods in a single match.
Yes, sir.
Also.
Yes, sir. And then my brother, Hector Guerrero. Now, he's the present Florida Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's been a Junior Heavyweight Champion, World Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's going against Dale Veasey, and there could be an upset there, you know.
Kiniski's one former world champion.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I can appreciate this. You know, myself, having tagged with my father, it's a great honor when you get in the ring, you know, and your father's by your side.
That's right.
Feels good. Yeah, this is what Nick's going to be doing, and I'm sure he's looking forward to it. And
I saw him.
World champion. You can't take anything away from that.
I saw Gene in the first rematch against Dory Funk Jr. after he lost the title. What a fight that was.
Match. And then you might see, well, I'm sure you'll see it again because he's going to be meeting Dory Funk Jr. in a tag team, right?
Right. There he is right there. The man who held the World's Championship longer than anybody, 4.5 years.
Dory Funk Jr., probably the master of disaster, a man that goes in the ring, he's got the best psychology in the world. And what else can you say? He was a world champion for 4.5 years. Killer Brooks. Crazy Killer Brooks. What else can I say about Killer Brooks? And of course, Kabuki, the martial arts champions. So
he may be at the bottom, but he's not at the bottom of the list.
That's right. Let me tell you, I'm sure, Steve, you know, you told me this, that they have to random the names, raffle names, because there were so many people trying to get in, and there could only be 25.
We thought we could add 50.
Oh, I'm sure of that. But, you know, there's 2 rings, and the way this works, you got to throw the person or the wrestler, all of them have to be thrown to the other ring, and then from that ring onto the floor. So in other words, it's like 2 chances, like a double elimination, and the last man in the ring gets $100,000. And believe me, it's hard. You know, there's 25 men, 25. The odds are very, very big. But if you play your cards right, I've won battle royals, and I'm sure that anybody can win at the right time. It's going to be very interesting.
Good luck to you, Chavo. Hope you win $100,000 in the U.S. Heavyweight Championship with DiBiase, and thanks for being here on Texas All-Star Wrestling Close Up today. Lexington on Saturday, October the 5th at 8 o'clock at the City Parks Building. We'll see all you great fans in Lexington on the 5th of October. And tomorrow night, that's Saturday, September the 21st in Waco at the Convention Center, 8 o'clock starting time. It's Texas All-Star Wrestling, headlined by 6-man tag team matches. El Madril and the Masked Hoods take on Big Bubba, the American Force. Chavo Guerrero will be there. He has to meet 331-pound J.R. Hogg. Private Terry Daniels up against the Georgia Strongman, USA Junior Heavyweight Champion Dale Veasey. The midgets, Pepper Gonzales and Little Tokyo meet. Plus, Nick Kiniski takes on Ric McCord. Advanced tickets on sale at Marcy's Hamburger. That number 754-3821. The action is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock in Waco at the Convention Center. Texas All-Star Wrestling. Chavo Guerrero, you're giving away a lot when you step into the ring with 331 pounds J.R. Hogg.
You got that right. I'm giving at least 100 pounds. But, you know, it's not... Wrestling is not just strength or just bigness or just... Wrestling is a combination of agility, strength, a repertoire. There's a lot of things that go into wrestling. And J.R. Hogg, just like you're going to use your weight against me, I'm going to use my speed and my skill and my savvy. Now, what's going to happen, that's why we're going to meet right here in Waco. And if you think that you can just walk around Chavo Guerrero, you got one thing coming, you're wrong. And I'm going to prove it to you in Waco, Texas.
That's tomorrow night. Remember, that first bell will sound at 8 o'clock inside the convention center. And here's the man that Chavo Guerrero is going to face, J.R. Hogg.
331 pounds of lean and mean's what I am. Let me tell you something, Chavo Guerrero. You ain't nothing but like a Chiquita brand. A Chiquita, you're slippery, but it don't matter. I am 331 pounds, and I'm lean. I'm quick, and I'll do what I got to do. But when you get in the ring with me, buddy, let me tell you something right now. You better bring all your Mexican friends, because the only thing you're going to do is get your body hurt. It don't matter what it takes, I'll do it.
Enter the Battle of the Alamo $100,000 Battle Royal. Let's take a look.
Well, come in San Antonio, the one-man gang of slicks coming down there, and I'm walking out with $100,000, 2 rings. I don't care if it's 3 or 4 rings. I'm coming down there for a payday, and what an easy way to make $100,000. I might even get slick 25 or 30,000.
A battle royal, $100,000. See this? See the blood? It doesn't matter. I want you. I want you, King. You can do what you want, but you're mine. You're mine, gang. Be prepared.
$100,000. That's the biggest thing that's happened in Battle Royal history, and you know it. And it's in San Antonio at the Battle of the Alamo 85. And I'm proud to be there. Chavo's proud to be there. We're going to show you what color of Guerreros are in the dynasty of Guerreros and a dynasty of Warriors.
$100,000 Battle Royal, 25 men in the ring. My baby's going to win it so that we can keep up our grand lifestyle. And I'll see to it that he does.
Yours truly, the General sending Kamala in one of the greatest wrestling cards in the history of San Antonio. 2-ring battle royal. One-man gang, Ernie the Big Cat Lad, Big Bubba, all 400 pounds plus. We're coming September 29th.
I know this is the biggest event in San Antonio history, $100,000 battle royal. But I'll tell you what, baby, I got 2 guys here with me, and we're going to split it right down the middle. So there's not just one Madril, there's 3 of us. And Guerrero, you got a debt to pay.
Battle of the Alamo, 1985, 2-ring, 25-man battle royal, $100,000 first prize, $100,000. I can't think of a better way but to win this prestigious event and walk away with that check. I've prepared long and hard. I know I can do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Manuel Villalobos against J.R. Hogg. Villalobos on the drop kick. Oh, Hogg just pushed him out of the way, Madril.
I think Mr. Villalobos is out of his class right here. He should go down very easy. You see that? Look how big this Hogg is.
Boy, that was a nice clothesline as he picks up Villalobos. Don't forget our main event yet to come here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. It's coming up after this match. Hogg! Oh, no way. That's it. Villalobos down quickly as J.R. Hogg wins it here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that Battle of the Alamo, $100,000. Winner takes all. Area code 512-736-6501. That's the number for reservations, and you can call right now. Let me see if I can get J.R. Hogg here in just a moment. J.R. Hogg.
You like that?
That's beautiful.
Let me tell you now, I'm tired of playing with you people. In this Battle of the Alamo, the $100,000 battle royal will be next. But let me tell you something, you young punks. You young punks, let me tell you right now, I got the most dangerous man in professional wrestling, Killer Brooks. I got the most craziest man in professional wrestling. Let me tell you, I got him. I don't even want to tell you who it is. Hawks Favor. We're coming to the Battle of the Alamo, and we're going to do damage. We're going to do damage to them boys. The Kabuki, the Force, they're outclassed. They're out of their class. It don't matter. They're going to get hurt.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned because we'll be back with our main event right after this.
One full 10-minute time limit. A mixed tag team match introducing from Tokyo, Japan, weighing weighing 103 pounds, Little Tokyo. His partner from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, weighing 245 pounds, seconded by his beautiful valet fantasy, the Golden Boy, Mike Golden. And their opponents from Mexico City, weighing 98 pounds, Pepper Gonzales. And his partner from Quebec, Canada, weighing 228 pounds, Chief Joe Lightfoot.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's our main event this evening that we've been promising you all hour long as the midgets team up with the big guys. It's Pepper Gonzales and Chief Joe Lightfoot against Little Tokyo and the Golden Boy. Of course, Fantasy is in the corner. Madril.
This ought to be a very, very interesting match. You know, Golden Boy with Fantasy. Isn't she one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life, Stack? You know why? Because she's from Oklahoma.
Stay in Texas.
Yeah, well, you can. You and Hank Jr., you know, he says Texas women. He just left out the ending of the song about the Oklahoma lady.
Well, the referee, Fred Sinclair, is ready to get him going. I do want to tell you that in an earlier match where Dale Veasey hit the referee, we've just been informed that Dale Veasey has been fined $500 by Texas All-Star Wrestling for hitting an official.
You enjoy that, don't you, Steve?
I sure do.
Yeah, you really do.
Well, the midget started out. It's Little Tokyo and Pepper Gonzales. It's Gonzales with a side headlock. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Battle of the Alamo 85. $100,000. Winner takes all. Over the top goes Pepe Gonzales. Side headlock. Winner takes all. 25 men entered. Two-ring battle royal. What a brawl that ought to be. 736-6501. That's area code 512-736-6501 for ticket information and reservations. Get your tickets now. Madril.
That's right, Stack. You know, you got some of the biggest names all over the world coming in this room. You got from Africa. You got Kamala from Africa. You got everybody's favorite Coca-Cola Cowboy, right? Scott Casey coming in here. And, of course, you got myself here, of course. You got Big Ernie Ladd coming in. You got the one-man gang in here. You got the biggest men in professional wrestling today coming in for this, Steve. That's how big this event is.
Yeah, the little men are in the ring right now as Little Tokyo is on the ropes. Pepe Gonzales whips him across the ring. Got him up on his back. Tokyo getting an airplane spin there. And then down goes Tokyo. Tokyo staggered just a little bit. Now Tokyo goes for the leg. Oh, he's got Pepper Gonzales up. Look at Tokyo put the airplane spin on. Uh-oh. I think Tokyo cannot spin anymore. He just off Pepe Gonzales. Little Tokyo doesn't know where he is. A friend of yours, I guess.
Of course, I've known Tokyo for many, many years. He is the midget world champion.
Now the big one's attacked. Oh, my. What big chops from Chief Joe Lightfoot. Those tomahawk chops are leaving the welts on the chest of the Golden Boy. There's another one. That knocks him down. Lightfoot has the arm, whips the Golden Boy across the ring, and then he kicks the legs out from underneath him. Well, Chief Joe Lightfoot picks up Golden, and he stomps that knee. Oh, boy. Lightfoot may be going for the Indian Deathlock already. He is. Chief Joe Lightfoot with the Indian Deathlock on the Golden Boy, Mike Golden, here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. This is our main event today. We hope you enjoy it wherever you're watching. And the Golden Boy finally worked his way over where he got out underneath that bottom rope, and the referee had to give him a break, so Chief Joe Lightfoot will have to hold on to see if he can get that figure four, the Indian deathlock on again. You're not saying too much, Madril.
Just don't worry about it, Stack. I got things on my mind right now, and you know who it is. I know I'm getting sick and tired of saying his name, and you must be getting sick and tired of hearing it. But Chavo Guerrero's got a debt to pay, and believe me, one way or another, he is going to pay for it. Believe me, because nobody's going to break my hand and get away with it. And I'll tell you what, Stack, I don't care. He should have broke both hands and both legs, because I tell you what, this ain't going to stop me from getting in the ring with nobody.
And now they're punishing the left leg of Chief Joe Lightfoot. Golden now goes to pounding. Here's Tokyo in kicking. Oh, boy. Fantasy is there yelling encouragement into the ring as Lightfoot fills the head, diving into that knee. There he does it again. The Golden Boy. Softening those legs up for the figure four leg lock. And the figure four leg lock, I guess the man that could put it on the best, Dory Funk Jr. And he's coming to the Battle of the Alamo 85.
That's right, Dory Funk Jr., former world heavyweight champion. Gene Kiniski, former world heavyweight champion. But I'll tell you what, this is the days of the youth now. And this figure four that he got onto me looks even more dazzlier than the one that Dory Jr. used.
Well, the goal. Fantasy into the ring. She has thrown something into the face of Chief Joe Lightfoot. Well, Fantasy carries that purse. There's no telling what all she keeps in there. She has thrown something into the face of Lightfoot. The Lightfoot comes up with a kick and he tags out. The midget's in and Golden's not getting out. He's supposed to get out. He's not supposed to be there. A drop kick. The midget on top of Golden. He has a 3 count. He got the 3 count. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. He punches the midget. Now he's going after Lightfoot. Golden with the purse has hit Lightfoot. Golden has, he has opened up the wound on the head. He's going for the figure four leg lock on the midget. Pepe Gonzales. Tokyo's in there kicking. Hey, this guy's crazy.
I hope he breaks his leg, Zach. He deserved it. That midget had no business getting in there. That midget had no business. But guess he does it.
I cannot believe what happened. Figure four leg lock on the midget. Pepper Gonzales using the purse that Fantasy carries into the ring to knock Chief Joe Lightfoot out. And here comes the Golden Boy. I have never seen anybody take a midget like you.
I'm going to tell you something. You don't worry about nothing what I do. You hear me?
You shouldn't even be in this.
Joe Lightfoot, he stuck his nose in my business for the last time. He has tried to embarrass me on TV. Well, that little punk right there is an example of what I'm going to do to every snot-nosed punk that sticks their nose in my business. Joe Lightfoot, this thing ain't over, boy. And I'm going to get the last straw, Daddy, because you're looking at the man of the hour, brother.
Right. There's the Golden Boy with Fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, what can we say? They're still working on Pepper Gonzales in the ring. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, don't forget our main event, Scott Casey and Chavo Guerrero against the Hoods. That's our main event of next week. Till then, Steve Stack saying so long for Texas All-Star Wrestling.